Hi there, everyone. We start the Torah cycle anew this week with Parshat Bereshit. And I want to focus on one phrase that follows the story of Cain killing his brother Hevel. He is decreed to wander the earth. The ground will no longer produce for him. And he will have to figure his own way out in life. And he says to God, I can't bear this sin. It's too much. You're going to kill me. Someone else is going to kill me. I can't go on. This isn't going to work. I can't live life like this. And God reassures Cain that no one will touch him. No one will hurt him. He puts a mark on Cain. And that is a sign to everyone. He should not be touched. He should not be hurt. And at the end of this conversation, the Torah says, "Vayetze Cain milifnei Hashem." Cain went forth from before God. And the Medrash asks, "Mehechan yatsa?" What do you mean he went forth from before God? What does that even mean? I mean, why is this here? Many conversations between God and characters in the Torah, people in the Torah, it doesn't say at the end, and this person went forth from before God. Why specifically here are we told that Cain goes forth from before God after this conversation? And Rabbi Chama answers this question by citing Rabbi Chanina, the son of Rabbi Yitzchak, who says, it's to teach us that he was Yotza Sameach, that he left the presence of God in a state of joy. It's a state of joy. This guy just murdered his brother, decreed to wander the earth. He's in the witness protection program, essentially. The Medrash continues. He happens to meet Adam Harishon after this conversation with God, and Adam asks him, what happened in your trial with God? Did he decree the death penalty for you? Amar lo, Cain says, Asiti tshuva. Actually, I was very remorseful for what I had done. I wish I could go back in time. I wish I had never done it. And I want to change. I don't want to live a life like how I've been living. Venit pasharti. And God compromised with me and said, you have to wander the earth, but I'll spare your life. Because look, by the way, by right, as we learn in next week's Parsha, someone who spills the blood of another human being, their blood is to be spilled. And here, God lets Cain continue to live and protects him. And so he is joyous that he gets to have a second chance at life. At this moment, the Midrash says, Hitchil Adam Harishon mitapeach al panav. He smacks his face and he says, what? Kachi kocha shel tshuva? If you repent, you have remorse for what you do and you want to change your ways, this is the power of tshuva? You can change your fate? I didn't know such a thing exists. Miyad Amad Adam Harishon. He immediately stood up and he says, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, the 92nd chapter of Tehillim. The question is, why did Adam Harishon say the 92nd chapter, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, as his response to realizing tshuva can make all the difference in our lives? I'd like to suggest that the rabbis were trying to draw our attention to the following. That when Adam Harishon is confronted by God for having sinned and eaten from the forbidden fruit in Gan Eden, he immediately, in response to the accusation, says, hey, God, you gave me that woman and she gave me the fruit. No introspection, doesn't think, immediately responds and deflects, takes no responsibility. Cain, who committed horrible sin, is able to introspect after God confronts him, realize that what he has done is wrong, realize his sin is too heavy to bear. What he's done is so horrible. But he realizes he did it. He admits. And Adam realizes that his mistake was not taking a moment to reflect and to realize, I am responsible. Because when we in the moment are confronted oftentimes with potential mistakes that we've made, we are very good at finding the first excuse possible and not taking responsibility. And Adam Harishon is saying, The rabbis are teaching us here, through Adam HaRishon, that we need to take time on the day of Shabbat to stop and think about our actions, to think about the people that we are, that our actions that we have taken, where we have taken missteps, and where we would like to go with our life in the coming week. Shabbat is, of course, first and foremost, an acknowledgement of God having created the world in 6 days and resting on the seventh, but in addition, it affords us the opportunity to stop and reflect and to be better people as a result of it, to grow from being able to introspect. May we all be able to take this Shabbos and the future Shabbosim to always be able to introspect and to learn and to grow and to make the next week of our life even better. Shabbat Shalom.